going, Nicole?
None of your business.
I want my sex tonight.
More Biggie.
You're a user, Muhammad.
I did the BJ, no for real.
Bitch ass, slut ass whore.
You don't like it?
Why are you wasting money going to Grenada?
Who is the dance queen? We will die.
Good night.
Welcome everybody to another episode of 90 Day Fiance I Want My Podcast. My name is Miguel Perez and I am here with my co-host Jenna and Miguel. How are you, Jenna?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah?
It's nice and sunny out.
Yes.
We just watched part 2.
We just did,
episode
yeah.
7.
Yep.
Oh my god, it was a thrill.
It was everything I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
I was very excited to watch this episode, and I was very excited to see how everybody was going to react. I was so hooked the entire time. Stop yawning.
I didn't yawn.
Stop yawning.
Just keep going.
Okay. Well, we're back. We're back. We were away because we were looking for storage facilities to live in, and we think we found one.
Knock on wood.
So knock on wood. Yeah, we'll hopefully
I'm
we'll
so
get it.
superstitious. So I don't like to talk about things before they happen, like
Yeah.
when they're like for real.
But we looked at a bunch,
Yeah,
and
so many.
hopefully we'll get the one we wanted.
Oh gosh, we're really hoping.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
walking all over the
Send
city from
good
one place
thoughts.
to another, and it was nuts. It was crazy. It was a crazy time.
I think we walked 20 miles. Is that right? Is that what our step tracker said?
Sunday says that I walked 9 miles.
And then
I
Saturday.
didn't check Saturday.
Okay, Saturday
s-
was around the same.
Yeah, so
So,
18 miles. That's
yeah.
just saying.
Oh, man.
It was a lot.
We're
Yeah, my
tired.
feet hurt right now. We're
Yeah.
tired, but we
We did it.
did it, and now we're just waiting.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the meantime, I want to say it was perfect because we were both tired.
Mm-hmm.
We both said yesterday, you know what, it's gonna be a lazy day.
Right.
We're just gonna sit back and relax and watch 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After,
Mm-hmm.
The Lion's Den Part 2.
Oh my god.
And God,
Yeah.
was that good?
It delivered.
Yeah. But before we move on,
Mm-hmm.
before we jump into it,
Okay.
I want to say thank you to California, Texas, Massachusetts, New York, and Florida for being very, very supportive of our podcast. I'm going to go ahead and say this because I'm very proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
Last month, the month of May,
Mm-hmm.
May,
May.
as
Just
in May,
May.
the month,
Yeah.
just the May, just
Not
May
the
month,
child.
700 downloads.
Whoa.
It's a lot for us.
That is.
It is a lot for us.
This is a humble podcast.
Yes.
We expected 5.
We expected 5. Not more than 5.
Right.
Maybe like our family and friends.
Yeah. Like definitely your mom. Couple of my friends in and out.
We were not expecting these numbers.
Yeah.
This is huge, and I'm very proud of it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm very excited to be able to reach all of these people, especially California. They're like our biggest downloads. Like, that's where most of our downloads come from.
We are so glad to share our interest with you guys and
Yeah.
just like interact. So
Absolutely,
if you
yes.
want to interact a little bit more with us, join our Instagram account 90df_. I want my podcast.
Yes, and send us messages. Let
Oh my
us know
God.
where you're from.
Comment on the pictures.
Comment on the
We're having
pictures.
so much fun with all the
Yes.
people who have done it already.
Review
Oh,
the
yeah.
podcast. Please
Rate and
review the
review.
podcast. Rate and review.
We like good and bad.
We love them both. We really do, because it's fun to read them.
It's
you
so
know,
fun.
it's so much fun
Oh
to
my
read them
God.
while we're here.
Let's give a shout out to the person that complained about my yawning on our iTunes.
Yeah.
They just edited their recent review, the
Yes.
first review, and they like made an edit on top of it, and we're like, so glad Jenna's fixed the yawning.
I want to address it.
Okay,
I want to
you
address
do
it
the
before
whole
we move
thing?
on into everything.
Okay. Because we're saying this is a good thing. We were
She
so
said,
happy.
he said, the podcast is getting much better now that Jenna's controlling her yawning. Her reaction was priceless. She's so funny. Side note,
Thank
who
you.
eats Wendy's at El Mariachi? I'm going to go ahead and address this.
Mm-hmm.
It was very late at night, and the bartender told us, hey, there's no more food. Kitchen's closed.
Sure.
So it was like 11 o'clock.
I've seen you eat
No.
questionable food otherwise.
Well, no, we went there for food and beers.
Yeah.
But the kitchen was closed. So that's why. And then the bartender said, hey, if you want to, you can get Wendy's on the street
That
and
is
bring it
nice.
here. So that's the only reason why we got Wendy's at the bar, which actually was kind of cool too.
Yeah, but your friend also got chili from Wendy's, which
Yeah,
is
because
an
he's a
extra
psycho.
layer of psycho.
He is a psycho, and there is dead animals in his basement. We already addressed that. Yeah, shout out to James Firth. Anyways, El Mariachi is not as good as Casa Vallarta and Brockton, but definitely better than Wendy's. Bummed I won't be able to see Miguel stand up before the big move. You can come to Jaques Cabaret on the 25th.
Oh, that's going to be a fun show.
Yes, that's going to be fun.
That's got to be your swan song, one of your last ones, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean 25th. 21st, that's what I
okay.
meant.
All
Sorry, it's getting confused. But it's,
Great.
Friday night, Jaques Cabaret. Come for the comedy, stay for the drag.
Yeah.
I'm definitely staying for the drag because I've been meaning to check out drag
my
shows
God, yeah.
for
So
like a
fun.
while. I love drag. I love drag
That's
queens.
our other favorite thing to watch together.
Yes.
Drag
shows,
stuff.
drag queens.
Love RuPaul.
Love
we
'em.
love, what's the show called that we watch on Netflix?
Look at her.
Look at her. It's
And
so
yes,
funny.
queen.
They just they like interview a lot of the drag queens who have been
Yeah.
on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
And they throw some shade at each other or spill some tea.
Yeah, it's
and that's
pretty
the whole
fun.
premise of the show.
I love that
It's great.
show. So
It's-
yeah,
I'd say
anyways.
it's the show that we aspire to be like.
Yes,
Like,
I
we're
would love
so
to
inspired
Be.
by
I would
that
love to
show.
have some like a talk show
Yeah.
about 90 Day Fiance because
Oh
I think we
God.
love the show that much.
Oh yeah, we're passionate.
And I know I just say I, but I mean you can be like.
You said we.
No, I said I.
Oh, well, yeah, you're always leaving me out.
But I want to be in the spotlight, and you can be like my sidekick.
Fine, whatever.
You can be like the guy that plays the little piano, and
That's
goes,
the
yes,
limit of my role. We
queen."
gotta renegotiate here.
All right, we'll
renegotiate offline.
We'll talk to our people.
Yeah,
and
I'm sending my toughest representative to this meeting.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, I would love to have a 90 Day Fiance talk show. That would be amazing. I mean, not like a podcast, but like an actual show.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Where
Well,
I can have like.
I think podcasts are kind of turning into like they're filming them now, so it's kind of like podcast with video on it. So they're kind of merging.
I think that might be
into
our next
one.
move.
Yeah.
Once we get our new storage facility,
Yeah,
we're gonna
video.
have that. We're gonna have video.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna have to invest in a green
It means
screen,
I'm gonna have to get out of my bathrobe.
which means I'm gonna have to wear pants. And I'm not really looking forward to
Unless
that.
you guys don't care.
Yeah,
Are we open to that? I don't know. We
I
should
don't
take
know.
a poll.
let's not.
Okay.
Not for now. Maybe you can put in this story on the Instagram account.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
They have a poll built in.
Oh, well, all right. Well, maybe we can do that.
Okay. Thank you for not turning down my idea so quickly.
Okay. Well, anyways, shout out to all the guys.
Uh-huh.
Come to Jaques Cabaret on the 21st, Friday night.
That's
for the
downtown
comedy.
Boston, by the
Yes.
way. It's like in Bay Village.
Yes,
That's the
it's
region.
Lovely club.
Yeah, it's
Awesome
so
people.
fun.
You're gonna have so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, that's it. Let's jump into it
Okay,
because this
So-
week was insane. It
Right.
was intense.
we already did part 1, so go check out that there, and you can listen to that. But this one is just part 2 because we felt the need to break it into 2.
Right,
This
just
time.
like they do.
Yeah, before
know?
it was too much.
One episode for
So
episode.
yeah, it opens up on Jay and Ashley. And right off the bat, Ashley starts talking about like how Jay's family is visiting, and that's just like highlighting a lot of different feelings for both of them now that Jay has a little bit more support and he feels a little bit more at home.
Yep.
And then Ashley says something to the effect of Jay's been in a funk for so long, and then you go, yeah, Ashley, you put him there.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I think he put himself there because he downloaded apps to his phone and reached out to girls and said, like, let's hang out to them.
Okay.
So right
Yes.
off the bat, there was tension. We were thinking, like, we had feelings about them.
But you know what I thought?
What?
I thought, okay, he did download apps. He did talk to girls. You know why? Because that made him happy. Mm-hmm. And he did. I don't think he did it. I mean, I think he did it with the intention of talking to girls, but also he did it subconsciously, saying, hey, that's the thing that makes you happy.
Right.
Why don't you do that thing that makes you happy in this place that you're bored? Remember how last night I was telling you that I was like getting scared and freaked out that maybe the whole thing to the new storage facility won't work out and everything. And I said to myself, oh, I'm only thinking about that because I'm bored and I have nothing to do.
Right. We were on a bus for 4 hours.
But I shouldn't be thinking about it
megabus.
because it doesn't make any sense. We have this under control. There's no reason for me to freak out.
Right.
I'm only getting freaked out because I have nothing to think about.
Right.
So I'm thinking Jay was in the same position where he was bored. And he said, you know what? I have nothing else to do. What makes me happy?
True.
And he just went for the thing that made him happy and just downloaded the app and thought it was going to be like something innocently and everything. I honestly don't believe he was going to do anything.
Really?
I think he was just going to do something to make himself happy, so he can bring himself back up to where he was. Remember, he's 20 years old.
Right. So this is all like planning and plotting from a 20-year-old brain.
Right. So you can't like think about it like, oh, he's 30 years old and he started like, no.
And he's still
20
doing
years
this,
old
yeah.
and he's still thinking like a kid.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, they're so
I made worse
young.
decisions when I was 20 years old,
Oh,
and I'm
I
sure you
know.
have too.
I know.
I think we all have.
I agree. That's why I think the juvenile justice system should be up to like 26 or something. You know, it should be
Well,
up
there's
there.
some kids that are definitely
that are crazy.
messed up, yes.
Yeah, but I mean, have another set of rules or something like that. But I think in general, like kids are kids for so much longer than we like have by law. You know,
Yeah.
just bringing that in there. But he's definitely so young. Well, so
it was
they're
also nice
dealing
to
with
see
that.
him with his family.
Yeah,
Which that was
it's
really
lovely,
nice.
especially someone who like knows him so well and supports him, like his closest older sister Poochie.
I think it was like the best scene on that whole thing was when he was cutting the tree.
Yeah, so Ashley takes him and the whole family to a Christmas tree farm, and they go and like pick out their Christmas tree. And I just wanted to bring this up. Which do you think is better, Christmas tree farm or Pumpy Patch? Which is a better outing?
A better outing, I think the Christmas tree.
Okay,
Because it's
Ashley
Christmas
wins.
and
Yeah.
everything.
It's
Pumpy's
fun.
Patch is like, it's Halloween and it's kind of boring because it's
Yeah.
cold out. I mean, it is cold out in winter too, but it's not as exciting as Christmas.
As a whole
I
tree,
think
yeah.
Christmas is probably the best holiday
I
of
agree.
all.
I love Christmas.
Pumpy's Patches are not fun. I'm not a big fan of like Pumpy's
Yeah,
or
it's
Pumpy's
so
tradition.
fuddy-duddy.
Yeah.
But I was just bringing it up because we've seen multiple holidays now.
Yeah,
I
we
feel
have.
like this is the first holiday season that we've ever had on 90 Day Fiancé.
Yeah.
I don't remember holidays on the other ones. So yeah, they bring the tree home. And you know what? I gotta say, Ashley's kind of like showing everyone how to do it because they're from Jamaica and they don't do
Well,
it this way.
No, that's not the thing. The
What?
thing was that she said she's a bit of a neat freak or whatever.
Control
the fuck.
freak.
Control freak,
Yeah.
perfectionist.
There we go.
We're one.
All of those.
We're one.
We are.
And she said, I'm a bit of a perfectionist.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything was going fine. She could have just said, hey, Jay, yeah, do your thing.
Yeah,
Whatever.
right. We'll
Wrap the
fix it later when
we'll
everyone's
fix it later.
sleeping.
It doesn't
Whatever.
matter.
Yeah.
If you're a perfectionist, just let it go. Fix it later. What happened? Oh, I just want to fix it up. I don't want to embarrass you in front of your family, whatever.
Right.
Instead, she chooses to create some tension and say, that's not how you do it.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, don't treat me like a kid. She's like,
Yeah.
well, you know.
He must be feeling that in other areas too.
Right. And she's saying like, she's acting, the way she's acting is just not right.
Right.
Like, she should have known better.
Yeah. Nothing takes the fun away more than someone who wants to make anything perfect.
Right. This is kind of like just for fun. We're messing around. She said it herself.
Yeah.
My kids are away. We're going to fix the tree. We're going to decorate the tree when everybody comes back. All right. Well, then we're just messing around then.
Right.
There's no need to be like, no, that's not how you do it, Jay. It's like you're embarrassing him in front of his family and you're creating tension.
And it just shows they like don't work together very well.
Right. Because now Jay's like, well, why are you like showing me? Like, I'm trying to be like the man in front of my family. I'm trying to like look good, trying to
Right.
make sure that, you know, that they
And
think
he
that we're
literally
good.
said that. Like, why are you embarrassing or why are you making me look bad or something like
Right.
that. Yeah.
And she, the way she reacts is like, she created the tension, basically, is what I'm saying. She was saying like, oh, there's so much tension. It's like, yeah, dude, you created it.
Yeah.
That was you. You did that.
Right.
That was you. There's nobody else to blame. We all saw it on the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you could have just waited. Fix it when your kids come home.
Poochie does come in with an interesting perspective that I picked up on too. So she steps in like after they kind of like fight a bit, and she says Jay always wants to make things his way. So that's something that she knows about them. So it could be just them clashing too.
That's
And
another thing. Yeah,
yeah.
that's another possibility.
I could see that Jay just has like a I don't know, an entitled mindset or something like that.
Again,
Yeah, who knows?
if he has a thing where he does it his way, he can do it his way in front of his family. Let him do it.
Right.
And then when you and your kids are together and Jay is there and all the whole family's there, you'll fix it together.
Right.
There was no need to create tension. There was no need to create more fighting.
Yeah. your way sounds so nice. I wish it happened that way for them.
Right. Remember when I put the tree up? Nobody said anything.
Yeah, I
just
thought
put
it
the
was
tree up.
great. I was like so impressed that you wanted to take the lead on that.
Yeah, well,
Can't wait for this year.
somebody had to.
Ooh, fighting
Shade.
words. Fighting words. Not accurate at all. But yeah.
So then the next scene, whatever, second act I call it. Poochie, Ashley takes Poochie out
Do you notice that Ashley
for
is
champagne.
always out drinking? Like every single scene she has.
Everybody
Mikey,
is.
she's out drinking. The other
Brandy.
with Brandy.
How
out
can you not
drinking.
drink with Brandy?
I know. That's
How
true.
can you not drink?
That's true.
With my
Not saying
girl,
I'm a Puritan or anything,
Brandy.
but it just seems like she's always drinking.
Yeah. Maybe.
Anyway. So
I like
yeah, and they
drinking, too.
what?
I like drinking too.
Me too. They talk when they're out drinking. They drink champagne at like a local wine bar, and Ashley shares a little bit more with Poochie about what actually happened, and she goes into much more detail and how she discovered it and everything.
Which I will add, there was some of that detail I did not know.
Yeah.
So
same.
I saw from her perspective too, that we all know that she's been cheated on.
Right.
So we know that she's reacting.
She knows what to look for.
Right. So when she started saying, like, describing everything about how Jay went to like a different house, or, you know, he would say he'd go somewhere else and he wasn't, and she'd follow him, and then she'd text the other girls, and
Yeah.
that's how she found out, and like I get it a little bit, you know.
Yeah, that's really.
It didn't.
obnoxious
She
to be in
she
a
didn't come
position.
across as like I'm stalking him and he's cheating on me. She came across as like this happened to me before. I like you said, like I already know where to look for and what to do, and you know it just broke my heart that he did the same thing. Like
Right.
that's what she came across as. I think.
I agree.
You know, like she didn't seem desperate. Like oh fucking Jay. Like
Yeah,
she was
wanted to
like,
find him with this.
fuck, here we go again.
Yeah.
Almost like oh man, this is what I didn't want and this is what happened. So that's one thing I did notice about poor Ashley.
Yeah, I it's not right. It really wasn't right. And Poochie responds, "Jay hasn't changed." Well, let's share what actually happened that we learned. So we learned that Jay was on a dating app, and he reached out to a girl, lied and said he was opening a tattoo parlor. Says to this
Right.
girl that she's what?
You know what?
What?
Oh my god.
What?
Okay, so he was probably on the Tinder app, on the on dating app, right?
Right.
And he was looking for girls. He was talking to girls. Ashley said that these girls are not as attractive as she is.
Right. She was very offended.
Who else looks for girls that are not like super attractive?
Azan. Did I get it right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jay did mention he wants to put in a tattoo parlor.
Oh.
You think he wanted to get $6,000
Yeah.
out of this poor high school girl
He's building capital.
so he can come out with a store?
Uh-huh.
So he can do a tattoo store in Mechanicsburg?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh my god, I think we just cracked
There
the code.
we go. Prediction. You should save that for predictions episode, too.
Saving that for the predictions episode. That was, oh my god, I can't believe that.
That's crazy.
I mean,
Could be-
where else is he gonna go? Like, he
he's
can't go
drumming
on
up business.
Facebook.
That's true.
He's looking for girls to be like, hey, give me your money so I can come out with a tattoo store
Yeah. I believe it.
to provide for Ashley.
And it makes
He's a
sense
good man.
he's going after high school girls who are seniors in high school because they're just graduating and they're getting all of that graduation cash.
It makes so much sense.
So much
Jay
sense.
is a great man, and he's just looking after his family.
Right. No. Wait. Huh? No.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Okay, that's a different spin. We see you, Jay.
But all right, so so I think the only reason why Ashley took Poochie out is because she wanted to hear Jay be mature and explain. Stop yawning.
Stop calling me out. No one needs to know. I've got it under control.
You're an addict. You're addicted to yawning. Anyways, she wanted to take her out because she wanted to hear somebody say, hey, he fucked up. Forgive him. But she wanted to hear from an adult that was from his family.
Like an equal.
So, yeah. So Poochie was that person to say, hey, he's sorry. He wants to be with you. And, you know, hopefully you can forgive him and move on. That's
And
what
I
she
thought
wanted
she
to
was
hear
fair.
from Jay. But like,
Yeah.
she wanted to hear like a rational, like not a rational. She wanted to hear a sincere apology, but Jay doesn't know how to do that.
Right.
Yet.
He's too
Yet.
prideful.
I said this before, and I'll say it again. Actually, teach him how to be your man. He's young. Teach him. Train him.
Why not? It's a golden opportunity.
Domestication is the key to a relationship. Am I right, babe?
We've domesticated you.
Domesticated you.
We've domesticated
You don't pee on the couch
each other.
anymore.
Yeah, right. It's one of those bumper stickers where it's like, who rescued who about rescue dogs.
What?
Yeah.
You
We
didn't rescue
rescued
me?
each other.
Get out of here, babe.
Why?
All right. So that was Jay and Ashley. Do you have anything else on them? Do you want to?
Yes.
Do you have any more thoughts or?
Yes. Let me just get into
All right.
my phone.
Let's do it.
Yes, you know what? I wanted to. We kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, but I just wanted to elaborate. I
Okay.
don't think Jay cheated and like went on to the dating app to actually hurt Ashley. It's just like you said, like it was just something to make him happy. I don't think it had anything. Like Ashley Tapucci said something to the effect of like, "Why would he do this if he knew it was gonna hurt me?" Like, yes, it was going to hurt you, but in the moment, I don't think Jay wanted to hurt her whatsoever. He was just thinking, what's going to make me feel better? What's going to make me happier? So I think Ashley would really benefit from thinking of it from that perspective. That it's not, he's being inconsiderate, yes, but it's not to hurt her. It's more self-focused.
Okay.
So I'm just saying that. I think it would help Ashley.
Okay. That's fine. That's
Thanks.
fine.
Cool.
No, I like it. No, it's
Yeah.
good. It's
I
good.
just think there's a different way to think about cheating. I think it has less to do with the other person, more to do with the cheater.
So you think it was Jay's fault?
No, that's not what I said. It's not about any fault at all.
Oh, okay.
It's
Sorry.
that no, it's okay. It's that like he's not doing anything to hurt Ashley. That's what I said. Like none of what he chose to do is outwardly to hurt Ashley. It's more to make himself feel better and himself feel whole again.
Yeah. I think it goes
You
back to
agree?
what I said earlier. That
Yeah.
he's just doing it subconsciously to kind of like just feel happy again. So he can
Right.
be
I
himself again.
just wish Ashley would see that too.
I think she will eventually.
Yeah.
I think she's starting to come around. She needed to talk to Pucci about it. Now that she did, stand now, and she's gonna be a different person. Hopefully, next episode she'll be a different person.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to save my thoughts for the predictions episode, but that's not the sense I got from the next on.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll
We'll
see.
talk about that on tomorrow's podcast,
Right.
on the predictions episode.
Yeah. You ready to move on?
I'm ready to move on.
Next, we go to Pau and Russ.
Pau
who
and
I
Ross.
barely have. Well, no, we have some good things to talk about, but I don't know.
Mainly
have
good
much notes. Yeah. So we go to them and we see Pau taking the advice of the doula / midwife.
/ Danielle.
Is that what her name? Oh, yeah. She looks a little like Danielle. Danielle with another job. And she's taking the recommendation and she's writing a note to her previous baby that she lost. And it's a very, very sad scene. We see like tears streaming down her face. She's writing like a sweet note to the baby. And Russ comes in. And we just see Pau writing, but then Russ actually reads the letter to us.
Out loud, yeah, to us.
Yeah. And it was lovely because even though it was Pau's letter, like he gets to process his feelings through reading the letter. And he finally gets the space to like feel what happened to him and like get in touch with his emotions about it.
It's like when you read a Hallmark card that you're like, this is exactly how I feel. I just don't know how to express it.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what he was going through.
That's a really great analogy.
And he got very emotional.
Yeah. The letter basically says something like, sweet baby angel, like we were so happy. Is this better?
Yes.
Oh, this does sound better. Okay, I just moved my mic slightly. So the letter basically said, like, you know, you were so important to us. You made us parents. You changed our life in an instant. We had the biggest hopes and dreams for you, and we'll always love you. And Pau.
Me, baby.
What? Mi bebe. Yeah, she includes a little Spanish at the end.
That hit me. I was like,
Really? Oh.
like, I bit my finger. I was like,
You should have cried too. It would have been good for you.
I'm not gonna cry.
It would have been cathartic.
I'm gonna let it stay in me until it kills me.
Yeah, it's gonna fester. So yeah, Russ reads it and then he starts to cry and like crack and break up a little. And then he says something really interesting. He said the man of the house has to put on the brave face. Russ has been dealing with toxic masculinity, just like the rest of you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this was nice. I'm glad he finally
nice.
got this opportunity.
I really like
because
this
he
couple.
seemed so insensitive up till this point. Like he seemed to like not care at all and being like, I don't know how to support her when he really doesn't know how to support himself.
True. No, that is true. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was nice to see that side of him.
It was.
He's been turning it around.
Yeah.
He's been good.
Yeah, he's an example of like Pao really had to teach him to be him.
And that's funny because you know what? She said it before. She's like, oh, Russ was different. All the men in my culture are basically just like very macho, very like strong-headed, like and Russ is kind of like soft and sensitive and nice, and that's why she fell in love with him. Mm-hmm. And he's like shown that side.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's nice. It's nice to see Pao and Russ. I like them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They're my favorite couple.
Yeah.
Besides David and Annie, but
Right. David and Annie are number one.
yeah, they're fucking gods.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very excited and very happy, and that was a beautiful letter from Pao.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So.
it really was. All right, other pregnant people?
Yeah, let's move on to the next pregnant couple because I don't want to cry about the letter anymore.
Oh, you cry. It's
No,
okay.
I'm not gonna cry anymore.
It's okay. I'd say we won't tell anyone, but y'all are here with us.
Yeah, 700 downloads. All of them just
Know that you cry.
know that I cried. Okay, so next pregnant couple, who do we got?
Libby and Andre.
No,
Okay.
Andre.
Oh, yeah, right. No, I do not subscribe to that. I will not waste
Andre.
1 second of my extra important energy on overpronouncing his name. Okay. Anyway.
She looks good.
She does look good.
She looked-
Remember,
she looked good when she
walked in,
first
she
walked
looked
in, yeah.
happy. Then that all crashed down.
Yeah, it did
Everyone's
very quick.
scared about how impractical Libby seems.
Mm-hmm.
Libby's saying that she's going to move out of the apartment that they just moved into and paid a crap load of money, the borrowed money, to move into. And she's saying she doesn't want to bring a baby into an apartment.
Right.
Rude. Plenty of babies thrive in apartments. Plenty of children thrive in apartments.
Apartment babies.
Libby, you got to change your thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she just said it because she didn't know what to say in front of her sisters,
Right, in the
she
big,
didn't,
beautiful house.
She don't want to be wrong. She
Right.
didn't want to say, yeah, Andrea's fucking up. And that's why we're not going to have an apartment. I don't think she has a problem with apartment babies. I think she has a
you
problem
think they're
because...
going to be kicked out?
No, well, yeah, because they're not paying rent. I mean, they're not going to pay rent. Neither one of them work. I mean, she works, but it's barely.
Rent. I can
And then
never
when
fathom that.
she gets like farther into her pregnancy, she's not going to be able to work.
I don't know. So I work in an office with like 130 women or something like that. There's a woman who works down the hall from me, and she worked up till the day before she gave birth.
Oh, that's...
And that's commuting
Oh,
into
no.
Boston.
Okay, so yes, you have to do that. But then after that,
Yeah,
like, she's going to be
after-
able to carry the house.
Yeah.
But
I
she's
don't know if
carrying
her
the
dad-
entire house. Like,
Yeah.
we split the bills.
Yeah.
It's like if imagine you're pregnant and you're working, I'm just out here posting ads on Microsoft Word. Like, how would you feel?
I mean, I wouldn't feel great about that. We'd have to definitely reevaluate.
I know, you just laugh like a psycho.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's just a crazy thought.
But like, imagine like that's hard.
Mm-hmm.
And then after you take maternity leave, what's that, like 3 months?
Yeah, if the company that you work for will pay for that.
What are they gonna do
Some
for
people
3
take
months?
2 days.
What are they gonna do for 3 months? He
It's a
doesn't
good
have
question.
experience.
Yeah, and I doubt her dad has a competitive maternity leave policy. If it's
I mean,
just
it's
his
his daughter, so I'm
Right.
not gonna say that Chuck's
that
not
means
gonna
he
help
just
her.
has to pay her without her working at all, which I don't think
Which is
individuals don't
Andre's
have that support.
dream.
Yeah, true.
Nobody works. He just gets paid.
Yeah,
That's not how it works, Andre.
yeah.
Sorry, baby, but that's not how it works.
He should like donate sperm or something like that. That's
He
a
should.
job where you don't really have to work.
Who would want a Moldovan sperm.
I don't know. I don't think they think about the country. I think they think about your looks.
Yeah, but also think about your mental problems, because that baby's gonna
Right.
come out just swinging at everybody.
Yeah, I'm sure Libby Jeans will balance it out a little bit, but 'cause-
Demanding $5,000
yeah, true.
when he's with other
A
babies.
trucking baby.
Yeah, a trucking baby just demanding money.
Yeah, lunch money.
You give me your lunch money.
God, I hate. So the baby is born. So I hate to talk about the bad things that baby could be.
Well, no,
because,
yeah.
you know.
Well, like you said, Libby's, she seems like she, despite this whole mess, she's still trying to manage to keep everything like under control and trying to provide for her family. Like, so
Right.
she's obviously she's on it. She's on everything. She's on top of everything. She's good.
Yeah.
So she's definitely her genes are gonna, bump heads with his genes, but they have bigger
Totally.
heads. So I don't know.
They do have
Yeah.
big heads. Pretty big
But
heads.
her side is girls,
Mm-hmm.
and she proved to have the stronger genes because now they have a girl. They're having
That's
a girl.
right.
So
That
her
is
genes are
very
stronger.
True. Yeah.
So this kid might actually turn out to be really, really good.
Yeah. That's
really nice.
very positive. Way to turn that around. Okay. But I still like to imagine a trucking baby that demands lunch money.
He wants lunch money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Apartment baby that does trucking.
I do want to say I did relate to Libby a little bit in this
Where?
episode.
Where?
Because the sisters started in on her with all of their advice. And Andre's right. It does come from a place of negativity. Like all of their, like, we get advice that comes from a good place for the most part.
Yeah.
Like 90% of it does come from a good place.
Okay.
And especially we're getting a lot of advice from people now, family, friends, people at work. And it's like, it's so appreciated. But I will admit that I have during this time felt a little bit overwhelmed by the amount of advice that I've been getting. Like it's conflicting oftentimes from like person to person. And sometimes you just literally can't do all of the advice. Like when you're like doing something, you really have to pick like a focused plan, you know? And
Yeah.
sometimes you get advice that's like way far outside that line or way far left, way far right. And it's like, how do I incorporate everyone's advice into like what I'm trying to do? For an example. So it does get a little bit, like Libby used the word suffocating. I wouldn't go that far, but I will say I have like felt like Libby before. Now I can
Yeah.
like,
see
get
that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, and I do agree. I'll say this again. I agree with Andre that like her sisters don't, even though it's like, good advice, it's thoughtful advice, like it doesn't come from a great place.
Yeah, I think they're trying to help her to say we're helping you, and we're also almost saying like we're helping you, but in exchange you have to talk shit.
Right.
Like,
Talk
that's-
shit and
that's
start
our- yeah.
veering you away from Andre.
Right.
They want they want Libby on their side, not on Andre's side. They see it as a tug of war.
But also, I have to say that Andre puts Libby in a very bad position because she has to be on the front run. She always in the front line,
Yeah.
just like fighting everybody about him
Right.
because he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that is
So
true.
she has to go out there and defend him.
Yeah, and she doesn't have a lot to defend.
Right? She's like, what am I defending?
Right.
It's nothing.
She must be so tired.
I mean, that's exhausting to
Yeah.
defend a husband that doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and he's also very possessive.
Right.
As we
yeah.
saw.
Very controlling, very possessive. It's so true. Let's see.
He does need to pull it together, though.
He does. We're waiting.
We're
We're
waiting.
waiting for you, Andre. We gave you some advice in the last episode. Miguel thought of it where you should become a wrestler. That would be the perfect job for
WWE
you.
wrestler. Yes, you stay
Yeah.
in Florida. You make more than $5,000 a week,
Mm-hmm.
and you just work until WWE calls you. Vince McMahon says, "Hey, Andre,
It
come on up, big
sounded
guy."
like you were going to sing that song. Twerk, 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 twerk.
Yeah,
Andre could do that too.
I don't think he looks like could be a good twerker, but
He could be Magic Mike. He looks like he could.
I don't think he
get
can
away
move.
with that.
I don't think he can move. He
don't know.
doesn't look like he can move.
Maybe he could learn it.
Maybe, but I doubt that he can move.
Plan
I don't
B,
think
Andre.
he can move. Yeah.
Do we think Chuck is being taken advantage of? That's what Libby's sister thinks.
Absolutely,
Danielle,
yes.
Is that what her name is? Yeah.
Yes. This man is just trying and trying and trying, and it's
He
like,
really
look,
is.
listen, I don't want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to do this, but you do have a baby on the way.
Right.
So let's work together. Let's help each other out, and let's move forward.
Mm-hmm.
And Andrew's like, no, I do not want Chuck to be my boss. And he just walks away all angrily. It's like, that's not what he said.
Not at all. Like, what's his name? Andre is totally missing the point.
Right.
For what everyone says.
Sometimes I misinterpret things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
You know, and I
All the
can
time.
see where he's coming from, especially from like, you know, being from another country. Like
Right.
sometimes I misinterpret a lot of things.
Yeah.
But you have to like stop right there, like yourself as a person. You have to stop yourself right there and be like, hey, did that person mean this in a way, like in a bad way, or did he mean it in a good way?
Right.
And try to put yourself into their position to see if they're actually helping you.
Exactly right. That's
and I
very
feel like he should
practical.
do that.
Mm-hmm.
I do that a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if he has the higher thinking power to do that because he's just like in his way right now. He's blocking himself from like everything
Yeah.
smart or not smart, but just like healthy thinking.
Yeah.
So poor Chuck, he really does string himself out.
Yeah. But yeah, I think he's doing great. I think he's
Yeah.
trying, and Andre just won't let him.
Oh, Chuck, yeah.
Yeah, Chuck's definitely trying, but
Yeah.
you know, what can you do?
Yeah. There
And
was
I like that family because they're all very supportive.
They are.
They are very supportive. They say that they're, you
try
know,
their best.
yes, they're a little, you know,
Yeah.
to throw a couple jabs here and there, but
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, they're all trying to help her.
And you can assume that they have actually survived worse than Libby and Andre because we saw all of those mugshots from the dad and the brother. So you can only imagine what kind of strain that would put on the family. The brother has
Yeah.
multiple DUIs, and
Well, we
Chuck
can't
has
really
one.
say that.
But we saw
don't
the
really
mugshot,
know
right?
if they're like his real brothers or whatever.
oh,
I don't know
okay.
these people. It was just kind of like, you know.
Yeah,
there. I
someone
don't-
posted it.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to
So
say,
I don't know
like,
if they're real.
I
Maybe
think they've
somebody
survived
photoshopped.
worse than this
Right.
together.
Yeah.
So, yeah. One analogy I really didn't like, though, was Danielle, or whatever the sister's name is, saying that Libby and Andre are on the struggle bus. Andre is driving. Libby's a passenger.
Yeah, there's no
Kinda rude.
passenger seat on the
On the bus?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. You're thinking of like a yellow school bus.
Or any bus.
Yeah.
No buses have
No,
passenger
passenger
seats.
seats are the ones like just behind.
Oh, then she's not
Yeah.
passenger. She's just in the back.
Okay, that's a passenger.
Yeah, but that's not like a passenger. Like,
Okay, I know what you mean.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
this guy passenger is next to you.
Yeah, it's true.
And I think that's what she meant. But then her analogy just came out. Like, she's
Yeah.
not old enough like Chuck where she can say cliches like that.
Right, you're right. That's so true.
She's still like
She's
young
trying
and
to-
in training, so.
Yeah,
But
Chuck has
we
to
caught what
teach
she
her
she
more.
was saying. We
Yeah, she made an
kind of
attempt.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just like, I just didn't think, like, she's not funny enough yet, and it was a
Well, leave that
loose
aside.
example. Yeah.
Let's go with the analogy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Andre's driving, let's say, the car,
Yeah.
and Libby's riding passenger
The seat next to it.
that she's sitting next to.
Yeah.
And then they text her.
Oh.
Boom,
Which is
segue
what
into the next
happens.
scene.
Yeah.
Yes, let's talk about that scene because that
Oh.
was literally what happened because he was driving,
Oof.
she was in the passenger seat. Her sisters were like, bye,
Or
see
like,
ya,
no, come back.
see you
We don't
later,
actually know what they
whatever. They leave, she leaves, and then like 2 minutes later, they're like, why did you leave? Like they text Libby like, hey, why did you leave? Where did you going? It's like, well, she was walking away from you too.
Right.
You know.
Her flight response kicked in.
Right. So she gets in the car and they're all texting and she's saying, why are they texting me? They're texting me. And then Andre, being the Andre that he is, he snatched the phone out of her hand.
Yeah.
And just like throws it on the side pocket of the car. And it's just like, don't text her. Listen to me. I'm your husband.
Right. And he was intense about it. It was kind of alarming and scary.
Yeah, we were both looking at
Like,
each
he
other like, what
snatched
the
it
hell
out
is
of her
happening
hands.
right now?
Yeah. It was a lot. And you do that to me. And I looked over at you and I was
But
like,
I
you do
don't
that to me all the time.
do
and
it.
You said, I don't actually mean it.
Right, like I don't like. Okay, when I take your phone away, it's because we're watching TV and you're on your phone, and I'm like, "Don't you want to watch this?" And you like, we're watching. Sometimes we watch stuff that you like, and you're on your phone.
Yeah, I'm a multitasker.
You're not. No, you watch something or you don't. That's why I have to take your phone away and be like, "Hey, let's focus on the movie.
Okay.
Let's live in the moment." I don't actually like snatch it from you either. I'll just kind of like slightly take it and put it away. Not even put it away. I'll just put it like next to me, so you're not tempted to go look at whatever. Compare me to Andre. How dare you?
I'm online shopping.
No, you don't need to be online shopping. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he snatched his phone. That was very intense. We were both looking at each other like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, it was almost like it was too real.
It was a tense episode overall.
Yeah. But she came back and she was like, "Hey, listen, don't you ever snatch that phone
give
away
that
from
back
me.
to
Yeah,
me."
give me back my
And
phone."
she has to ask a few times, and I don't think we see him give it back to her.
Yeah. No, he does. He
He
does.
does?
Yeah, he
Okay.
gives it back to her.
All right.
And then he goes, "It's raining. Do you want sweater?"
Yeah, that was him being considerate.
That was him being nice
Yeah.
and considerate. Which was like, all right, man. He's trying.
He's trying in his own way.
He's trying to be like, oh, yeah, you know what? I am
Yeah.
kind of an asshole and I am kind of on national TV.
Yeah.
So
Might
how
as
about I
well.
get sweated?
One of the things they fight about when she's like, talking and explaining like what she is texting her sisters about is, and she starts kind of like digging into him, like, why don't you just get along with them? Like, you have to be this certain way. And we've gone through that before.
Yeah.
I thought it was good maybe if we talk about it, because like we've actually had that kind of experience where like
With what?
you incorporating yourself into my family and my friends, because it is hard. It's hard meshing people. Not everyone fits. Like, I love you for certain reasons. Like, you're not everyone's cup of tea, just like I'm not everyone's cup of tea.
You're everyone's cup of tea.
I'm literally not.
You literally are.
I don't think so.
You literally are.
Okay. Well,
I do not know one person except for Xtina Christina
Oh,
who
yeah.
doesn't have anything bad to say
Who-
about you.
I think I used to work with her.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
the only
told you
reason
the
why she
bad
gives a
blood.
bad review.
Yeah,
and
she's
that's
never
fine.
said a nice thing
Yeah.
to me.
She can
But
hate it.
That's
or like
only
her.
an estimate. If that is who it is, maybe if it isn't, I'm sorry for putting that bad energy out there. But I guess I'm everyone's cup of tea because like I try to be, because I'm a bit of a people pleaser.
No, you're just nice. You're
yeah,
a nice
I'm
girl.
I try and keep
you're
it
a nice
simple.
person.
It's nice. But then you have your own brand. That's like a little bit different. I don't want to say anything off base, but
My friends and family,
they love you.
they all love you.
I know, because
They all love
yeah.
you.
But they love you too.
Everybody that we
But-
come in contact with, they all love you.
This is not to like celebrate me. I'm not that great of a person.
You are very nice.
Okay. All right. I'm nice. But I'm just saying that we've had this experience of it being hard to incorporate everyone and to get everyone on the same page. For example, it's really hard to get together with some of my friends because some of my friends are very specific in how they want to live their life and who they want to be around. And my friends don't always get to see the nice, sweet side of you because
Yeah, because that's not for everybody.
I know it's only for like the specific people that you choose. And I
Right.
totally respect that. And maybe Andre has that too. Maybe he just like doesn't warm up to people like that unless he like really wants them to know that side of him.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
And he also has to feel like, I think in his case particularly, he has to feel like he can be in a like safe situation to be able to show that. I can't remember if that was my argument.
No,
or not,
that's
but
good. No,
you
I
know
see what
mean?
you're
And
saying.
I see, like, I can see that for you too. Like, I would say, like, maybe my friends like didn't exactly do that for you, and my family for sure didn't do that for you.
I love your family.
I know, because they're special people.
They're very nice people.
They're very nice people.
Your father has
yeah,
always
very, very
invited
nice.
me to his house, and when we went for Christmas, he said "Feliz Navidad,"
That's right. He's
and I
so
was like, "Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to you too."
He's very proud of the Spanish that he knows.
Yes.
It's very true.
And
It's
I
very
appreciate
sweet.
it.
You know, he took Spanish lessons for a little while.
I'm sure he
had a
did. He's
tutor.
great.
Yeah. And
And your mom is very funny.
very, yeah.
I love your mom. I personally think your mom is very funny.
Yeah. I'm just trying to illuminate this Am I doing it right? I'm
You're
just
doing
saying
fine, babe.
they're not like, it's not, let me just speak clearly. It's not exactly what they had in mind for me. They have a very specific person that they want me to be with who fits into their life too, which is very specific to art and culture and I don't know,
I'm
being
very
part of their
artistic.
neighborhood. I know,
I have
but
plenty of culture,
I
so I think I
know.
fit in just fine.
I know.
I really don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god. Okay, I feel like I'm digging myself a grave.
Yes, you are, and I'm trying to dig you out.
Thank you. I just wish we could have a more authentic conversation about this because I think other people have experienced this too. Where
Everybody
it's not like a
experienced
direct
that.
fit. But no one really talks about it. You're just like, I feel like the movies, like when you watch movies and when you like hear about like superficial relationships from other people where they just want to show the good in their relationships, you hear, oh yes, we celebrate every Christmas together. We get together every week for family dinner. All of the families get together, but not every family is like that. You know?
Not everybody. Not
Yeah.
every family has to be like that.
It's
Everybody
so
can
true.
do their own thing.
It's
Everybody
true.
has their own thing.
Yeah, but I feel like there are social pressures to be a certain way. That's what I'm feeling. And I especially feel for people who come from another country, our 90 Day Fiance cast members, like they're just expected to immediately assimilate into families perfectly and seamlessly.
Yeah, I know, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's this. Yeah, it's weird. It's shocking when you first get here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can assimilate right
Assimilate.
away,
Yeah. No, you.
and they expect them to do it.
Yeah, right. They just expect it to be like magic. But that doesn't always happen. And what we're watching on 90 Day Fiance from season to season is the struggle of that.
Yeah, it's definitely weird when you first get here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as a person that came from another country too, I was like, yeah, it's very weird to adapt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like one day you're here and then the next day you're over there and everything is the opposite of what you've learned.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you're in a different country, different people, different
Right.
language, different culture, different everything.
Right.
Maybe you're right.
Friend
Maybe
group to
Andre
friend
has a
group.
soft side that we haven't seen
Mm-hmm.
that he only shows to Libby.
Right.
Well, actually,
Like
we've
you.
seen it.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen it
We have.
when they had the baby, when they went to the get the ultrasound,
Oh, yeah.
and they were like, he's like, I hope it's a girl, and then they told him it's a girl, and he's like, it's a girl,
Girl, yeah.
and he was like so happy.
excited.
And I was like, see, there's
There's
nice,
something.
there's emotions that are not just anger.
Right.
in
And he
there.
did ask if he wanted her sweater.
He's trying.
Yeah,
He's trying. Yeah,
that's
you're right.
something.
Yeah, maybe we've been misjudging Andre.
Yeah. I
But
think
still, it
there
doesn't
is.
take away from the fact that he doesn't have a job.
Right. Yeah.
You can be as sweet as you want, but dude, you gotta get a job.
Get a job. Yeah. And like, don't be so possessive and controlling.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It is a lot. It's funny how we see similar behaviors from couple to couple.
Yeah,
Like, Ashley is possessive and controlling.
but she has reasons.
Yeah. But I don't know. I also think she has really high expectations of Jay. Like, even though she doesn't expect him to do anything for 3 months, like, she does expect him to, like, do the dishes and maintain the house and be nice to the kids and, like,
I
all
feel
those
like
things.
she told him, "Hey, I've been cheated on before," so he had to have that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she feels like he needs to have that in mind,
Yeah.
so he would never do it.
Yeah. So he could just avoid that whole situation.
Right.
But he didn't do it. He disappointed her.
Yeah, but we already talked about them. We're not going back.
Right. Okay.
Actually, do you have anything else on Andre and Libby?
I think it was one of the first times, like, when he snatched the phone away, that she, like, really, truly acknowledged that this is not acceptable behavior from him. Like, she's explained, his behavior away every which way. And this is the first time where she says, that's not okay.
Good. It was
Yeah.
about time she stood
Yeah.
up for herself.
It's true.
Okay.
Coltrane and Larissa and Debbie.
Whoa.
But
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm just jumping into it.
No, good,
Everyone
good,
else
good.
jump into
We
it.
need to. We need to. All right, so Coach and Larissa. Colchi walks into Debbie's room and she's doing her nightly petting, nightly brushing of the
Yeah, like
cookie,
cats, yeah.
cookie dookie, and she says, "Hey, are you all right? Just want to make sure you're good." Checking on his second wife
Right.
/ mom. Shout out to Debbie. And he starts talking to her like, hey, listen, I know you guys don't get along, but like, you kind of have to, you know, because she's my wife and you're my mom. And
Same old conversation.
basically. And then Debbie says, you know what? I try to avoid her. I don't want any conflict with her. The only times I even talk to her is when she needs a ride somewhere.
Right.
That's the only time.
That's
Which means it's
hurt.
like, Larissa, you're using Debbie. It's like, did you ever hear like the phrase like, don't bite the hand that feeds you?
Right. Yeah.
Debbie's helping you. And you're like turning around and being like, oh, I'm going to be a total bitch to her.
Right. And she needs Debbie.
And
They don't
Debbie,
have 2 cars.
Debbie is right. Debbie said, hey, she's doing it not because she wants to get rid of the machine, because she wants to make it prettier. She wants to get rid of the machine to say, hey, I'm the queen of the house now. You are not.
Right.
That's what Larissa wants. That's exactly what she wants.
Yeah.
And I'm not the only one seeing it. Everybody watching 90 Day Fiance right now knows that's what she's doing. She's just pushing her buttons so she can snap.
Right.
And Debbie just wants to live her life. Pet her cats.
Right.
Go out to the casino. Spend a couple dollars.
What's so bad about that?
Go to the, Mexican restaurants and eat. That's all she wants to do. She just wants to have a nice life. The life she
Just
had
quiet.
before. Nice,
Yeah.
quiet. You know?
Making lunch
And
for
this
her son, picking him up, dropping him
Freaking
off.
mess shows up and just messes everything up. She wants to move everything around and just messes up her routine. And that's not fair to her.
Not at all. She doesn't deserve that.
She doesn't deserve it at all.
Do we think Debbie is easygoing? Like
I
she
think
says?
so. I honestly think you can even tell how people are by the way they post on Instagram.
Yeah.
You can tell who's like very egotistic. Like the things that they post, like who likes nice things.
Yeah.
Who wants to be like, hey, check me out.
Right. Self-promotion
Like
and such.
you know exactly. And she's always like, oh, a cat here and there, or like, you know, this is like something sweet, like she's just an average lady that just
Right.
wants to have her life.
That's true.
And Larissa's just messing it up. Again, Larissa's Instagram is like lip injections and my body, and I'm walking around naked and
She's getting attention.
right. Got cookie dookie. I
Right.
bought her a new skirt or whatever. Like I bought her ballerina shoes for cats.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice things. It's
Right.
sweet things.
It is. It is.
And Larissa's been pushing her buttons the whole time that she's been there.
Yeah. She's really trying to ruin that.
I guarantee you, if Larissa said, listen, Debbie, I know that means a lot to you, but I would like to like maybe make the house a little better or try to put different decorations. So maybe a nice thing. We'll put your thing in here in the garage, and we'll decorate. We'll give it a nice space.
Right. Like
You
a
know, we'll
shrine or
celebrate it.
something.
We'll put more stuff in the garage, and we'll celebrate it. Instead of saying, no, you put thing in the garage. You put that slot machine in the garage. Or whatever the hell she says. God, I can't wait to get her I can't wait for her to get deported.
One
I really
day.
do. I can't. I
Any day
hate her. I
now.
can't stand her. No one should. I honestly don't believe anybody should talk shit about parents. You know, like that's just very disrespectful, I think.
Especially not parents
Especially
like Debbie.
yes, especially if she's a parent herself.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like you shouldn't be talking crap. That's all I'm saying. One thing that I noticed that was really funny, they put subtitles on Debbie.
Oh, did they? Why? Because she mumbles a little?
Yes, sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Debbie.
Yeah. I got to say about Debbie, one thing that really touched me was her 80s reference to Wacko Jacko.
Yeah, I wrote that
Yeah.
down. I was
she,
like, Wacko
she was calling
Jacko.
Larissa Wacko Jacko. Do you know what that is? That's Michael Jackson. That's what they used to call him during some of his worst times in the 80s.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So it's just funny that she's using that on Larissa, because I definitely see some parallels.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Definitely devoid of reality.
And she did one thing that she mentioned at the end that I felt really sad about was that she let Colchi know that she felt unwanted.
Yeah, that really hurt me too.
I was like, man, you have to push your mom. Like, don't get me wrong. You shouldn't. If you're going to live with your parents, you got to make peace. Everybody has to live nice together. But, man, for your mom to say, hey, I feel unwanted. I feel like moms can be dramatic when it comes to that shit. But I feel like that one was like, you know,
She's felt
I've done all I
wanted
can
this whole
do
time,
to
and-
try and try and try.
yeah.
And she just keeps pushing me away. I just want to have my life with my kid
Right.
and my daughter-in-law, and
And my cats.
and our cats.
And that's it. Yeah. Just
They can
simple.
make it work. Just Larissa's such a bitchy.
Yeah. She's horrible. It's
She's
so
horribly.
True. It's so true. And Colchi didn't really overtly say that he wants to keep her and that, like, no, we don't want you to move, you know?
Mhm.
Like, he's feeling the pressure from Larissa, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's hard. It's
Yeah.
tough. Definitely tough.
Like, is that really what Colchi wants? Like, we don't really know.
Yeah, I don't think that's what he wants.
I
I
don't
think he
think
wants to
so.
have both of them living on the same roof,
Mm-hmm.
and just everybody's nice. But I mean, I see the other way around too. You know, like they should have their own place. They should,
Right.
if anything, they should move out.
Mm-hmm. But then Debbie's just alone in that big house.
She'll be fine. She has cats
True.
and her slut machine.
Slot machine.
That's what she keeps calling it.
She doesn't call it a slut machine.
She calls it a slut machine.
Does she really?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I thought it was just you and your accent saying that.
No. She says the slut machine.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Ugh, yeah.
So yeah,
I feel for Debbie this
I do
episode.
too.
That's not fair.
It's not fair to her, but
Did you see she got kittens recently?
yeah,
She got
it
two
was
new kittens
cute.
this
Yeah.
week. It was really cute.
Oh,
So I don't
good
know
on
where
you,
she got
Deb.
those
Good
kittens.
on you, Debbie.
Yeah, I'm happy for her.
You want to move on?
Yeah, Chantel and Pedro.
Ah,
Yeah, this was the...
this one was the best. They definitely
Fireworks.
saved the best for last. They
Yeah.
definitely did.
It's so true.
TLC, I salute you. That
Mhm.
was incredible. That was really good. It was good.
Yeah.
It was so good that I thought, wow, even Chantel looks good. She looked really good.
Yeah, why would she dress up like that if she was going to someone's apartment, like random apartment at night?
She geared up
Yeah.
for war.
It reminded me.
She showed up.
Yeah.
And she like put the little like the football makeup
Yeah,
that
the
they put under
football
their
black
eye,
paint.
the black paint
What do
under
they
the
call
eye,
that?
and she was like, "I'm coming.
Yeah.
I
we're
am
in.
coming."
It reminded me of when Larissa showed up in the last season of, you know, the like end tell-all. Yeah, the tell-all episode. And she didn't have any of her clothes because all of her luggage got lost. And she was like, I have to look good for my enemies.
All my enemies are out there.
Yeah.
I can't look good. I can't look baddie or something like that.
Yeah, and
Some
they all-
broken English like that.
Like everyone, all of the producers and the production staff had to just like
And made
fumble
everybody wait.
with
Yeah.
her. Yeah, it was crazy. They waited like 3 hours or something like that. So not
Oof.
saying that this is what happened here. It just reminded me of that. Like she looked very out of place for the situation that she was going into, but she needed that power.
She needed to look good.
Yeah.
She had that
That's
confidence.
the confidence. Yeah.
And Mama Chantel was probably proud of her. She probably watched that episode and went, "That is my girl."
Right. It's her Mama Chantel's version of glitter eyeshadow.
Yes. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
The whole family Chantel was probably like, I wanted to get up and just be like, yes, you go, girl. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She looked good. She went into enemy territory.
She did. She
She
brought
brought a translator. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Very smart.
She's talking. She's trying to like be like, hey, listen, I'm here to talk about the present. And the lady, Lydia, was that her name?
Lydia, yeah.
Lydia, she's like, I want to talk about the past and like how they treated my daughter, and like she kept, you know, banging the sign. What do we call it? Banging the same drum. Same thing. And Chantel was just like, okay, you want to talk about that? We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But you know, just so you know, I'm not gonna flip a table.
Right.
And that was key.
Ooh. You think
That
it
was
a
key right
turning
there.
moment?
That was a key. That was key.
I didn't know if it had the effect that she wanted it to have, like as much. Like I got where she was coming from.
did.
It did. You think?
Yes. Because that made Pedro snap in his head and go,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Right.
Like he like when she said, I'm not gonna flip the
Right.
table here.
Yeah.
And then Pedro explained to his mom, she's saying that she's not going to flip the table here because I flipped the table at her house.
Yeah.
She's not going to do that. So he got it right
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. So she wasn't there to play dirty.
Right.
Like
She was like,
Pedro.
I'm just here to talk.
Yeah.
And
She
and
set
talk
the
they
standard.
did.
That's
Talk
true.
they did. But
That's
that was
true.
that was a key moment. That was a turning point for her when she said the table thing
Yeah.
because Pedro got it. Like whether you spoke English or not, flipping the table, because he even laughed. He goes, fuck yeah. I
Chantel's
flipped
here
the
to
table.
play. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, she's not gonna flip the table because I did. I did that to them.
I actually thought overall this was like a really good example of having a productive conversation with difficult people. Because even in the very, very beginning, when they opened the conversation too, Lydia said something to the effect of like, what did she say? She said something like, you know, you came here, we were having a very nice vacation with my son and enjoying the time, and you came here and you shattered that. And then the translator translated that. And Chantel said, that's really offensive, but that's okay, and moved on from it. Like, she really kept this conversation at a high bar.
She did.
And I was proud of her for that, because she hasn't done that in the past. And the family Chantel has not done that in the past.
No.
So Chantel, like, grew from that and made it better.
I'm so excited because I'm reliving it right now.
Yeah, in your head. You're replaying it.
Oh, my God, yes.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
That was so good.
There we go. Yeah, it really was good. It was impressive. She handled it very well. Like, even though it wasn't perfect, like, she did handle it very, very well.
Yeah.
So,
but the mom started the whole thing because she was
did.
like out the gate, just started like talking shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's a real
and she
shit
kept
talker.
while Chantel was talking to the translator, she was like laughing, like not
Really?
laughing, like smiling at her, like this
Like
is
goading.
stupid, like
Yeah.
I'm about to like own you. And then Chantel just looking at her like, bitch, please.
Right.
I'm about to destroy you.
Ooh.
I'm about to own you in your home.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, oh my God, it was so good.
And she prevails. We don't want to jump ahead too quick, but she does prevail.
Yes. So what I liked about Chantel is that she didn't apologize. Mm-hmm. Pedro said that he wants her to. Pedro says that he wants Chantel to apologize to his mom for what happened.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about, because because that's what he thinks is right, right? But here's one thing Pedro wasn't thinking about. Like, he never apologized to family Chantel when he flipped out. And he refused to go to Thanksgiving dinner.
And still didn't apologize.
And still hasn't apologized. So I think that's why I think that flipping the table was a key moment, because it made him realize, oh, I need to listen. I need to apologize too. I think he's gonna apologize.
You think so?
Because now he was in the same spot where Chantel was back here. Well, in Atlanta, but back in the States. Like, now he gets it.
Yeah.
And I think
he
that's
gets
key.
it too. And I think, like, up to that point, he's so used to blaming other people. Like, just blaming everyone.
Right.
And for some reason, that did help flip the moment where he finally realized, like, it's my fault too, as you're saying, just to elaborate.
I think he finally snapped in his head that is his fault too.
Yeah. And he is a little bit shocked by his mom's comments too. Remember when Lydia says, if I was there at that dinner where everyone kind of freaked out, I would have beat everyone up.
Like, yeah. And
what
then
kind of mom
no, she doesn't
says
say that.
that.
She goes, I would beat your mom, your sister, then you, then. And Chantel was like,
yeah,
hold on just a second, bitch. That's when she's like, your kids are not innocent, my family's not innocent, and neither are you.
Right.
And
she's causing a lot of it. She's the puppet master for all of this.
She grabbed the translator, pushed her aside, and said, bitch, I'm talking to you.
Ooh.
and Mother Pedro didn't know how to handle that.
Yeah.
She did not know how to react.
Yeah.
She wanted to, but she didn't know how to. Because, like, her son is sitting right next to him. And Nicole, the daughter, she's not there.
Right, we don't see her.
She don't have her little lieutenant.
Right. And yeah, Nicole usually, like, puts fire in the situation.
Right. Because the mom, like, takes a couple shots, take a couple steps back, and Nicole jumps in. And they usually tag team Chantel. Like, every single confrontation they had is usually the daughter and the mom versus Chantel. This time Chantel showed up with Pedro and the translator. And she was by herself. And one-on-one against Chantel, she couldn't hang.
Nope.
She could not hang.
So she had to step back.
She had to step back.
And Pedro was horrified by what she said.
Pedro.
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho,
Yeah,
ho,
he
ho,
had a
ho.
real come to Jesus moment, as they say. I'm not religious, but they say that.
Oh, can we just talk about my favorite part now?
What? What is it?
My favorite part. Did you write about it in the end?
Which one?
The end, the very end.
Oh, yes. Yes.
When she
the
when-
defining
I'm
moment.
gonna yes, please.
Yeah.
This is where
Do you
where
wanna reenact
Chantel
it?
this is where Chantel just showed up and slapped the mom in the face and said, I win.
Yeah. Do you want me to be Chantel and then you be the mom?
Why? Because I speak Spanish?
No, we'll just do lines. Let's do it in English. Fine, I'll be the. I just remember Chantel's.
No, you just
things
yeah,
better.
just say it because it's.
So
that
she
was so
says,
funny.
she basically says, Pedro, why don't you go get your clothes and come back to the hotel with me?
No, she tells the mom, she's like, oh yeah, he's gonna come home to the hotel with me, and then she looks at Pedro and she goes, Pedro,
Go get your clothes.
go get your clothes.
Yeah.
We're going back to the hotel.
Yeah.
And the look of Pedro's face was like somebody just knocked him out.
Yeah, he got stabbed in the stomach.
And you know what? I was thinking at first when I first saw it, I was like, because we had to replay it again.
Yeah, because we
had
needed
I was like,
to see it again
whoa,
with our own eyes.
whoa. Somebody just pulled the carpet from underneath, and he was like, whoa. But then I thought to myself, wait a minute. He's going back to the hotel, and the way he said it too, you could tell that he was a little turned on.
You think?
I think so. I think
Okay,
so.
maybe.
This
Maybe he's
woman,
been wanting that. He goes from alpha woman to alpha woman to alpha woman.
I think he wanted that.
Maybe.
Because you see, the mom is very alpha.
Yeah.
So then Chantel shows up and shuts down the biggest alpha in his life, which is the mom. And now he's going, oh shit.
And he still gets to be a Dominican prince.
Yes. And she basically just said, hey,
Let's go.
grab your clothes, pack them up.
Yeah.
We're going.
We die.
But I love it when she went, hey, lean back.
Right. Oh my God, that was great. Yeah, you're in my way.
Pedro just gets pushed aside and he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to handle it.
He doesn't have anything to do anymore.
A
There's
dominant
no role for him.
Woman
Yeah.
is what he wanted.
I
That's what he
guess.
needs.
I guess.
And
yeah.
she was like, and Chantel was, dude, oh my gosh.
I don't
Chantel
even
was
think Karima
Team
can pull that
Chantel.
off
Team Chantel. All the way.
all the way. I'm there for her.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Chantel is now the alpha.
Yes.
And
she-
Pedro says, she's my wife, I'll go.
You're my mom. My mom's my mom. My wife's my wife.
Yeah.
But I have to, what do you say?
I have to be a husband before a son.
Yes.
And that was the biggest growth moment for Pedro.
That was the biggest thing he's ever said. Mm-hmm. He finally got it.
Yeah.
That was so insane.
And then he gets his little backpack
His little backpack.
and he packs up all of his clothes.
Yeah, he looks like he's like it's like when you tell your parents you're about to like move, you're like I'm leaving the house, like
Yeah.
you're about to like run away, and you pack your little Spider-Man and your little Transformers, and you put a little
This is true
like
experience.
a little shirt, and you put a little stick on it, and you're like I'm leaving. Like that was him. He was packing his little hobo bag.
Bye. But I would say like there was a lot of moments in that. My favorite moment out of the whole segment was like he says bye to his mom and then exits through the door frame, and then Chantel turns back around and has the smile and says adios, and it was the adios of a winner.
Yes.
She says that to Lydia and she's like, adios, bitch.
Yeah, you could totally tell that's what she said after.
She just
but
had this like
this smile
smile.
said
Oh
it.
my God. Like it was glory.
I
Pure glory all
it
over
was
her face.
it was like the ending of a really good movie. I just wanted to stay. You stand up and clap.
Yeah, we watched it a couple of times.
Yes,
It
it
was
needed
great.
to be. It needed to be. We needed to watch it.
Brilliant cut.
Brilliant cut.
Yeah, brilliant cut all around. Great job,
Brilliant
TLC.
Cameraman work to be able to catch
Catch that pure
Chantel
moment.
going. Adios. Oh,
No plans to see each other again.
ooh,
Yeah.
that was so good. Yeah. And Pedro had to go. Mm-hmm. But now he said. Also, another thing Pedro says like, I don't want to do what Chantel did and have my family control me. I want to show her that I listen to my wife.
Too, yeah. Yeah,
It's like,
because
okay.
that's what she shows him.
So she'll listen to him. She'll listen to Pedro, which means now Pedro has to apologize to family Chantel.
True. And now we have extra. We
Yeah.
have more things to see.
That was good. That was a good episode.
It was a solid, good episode.
It was a
Action-packed,
really good episode.
Roller coaster of emotions.
Yes, it was awesome. It was probably my favorite
Sheer
episode
grace.
this far.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I agree. I would agree
Yeah.
with that.
Whew.
Yeah,
Well,
let's
that was
take a moment to
intense.
settle
Yeah.
down.
Sorry.
My heart's beating.
My heart is beating too. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
That was like my favorite part of the show when she goes, adios. She started with the lean back and she just like pulled him back. Just like,
From there, it just all went smooth because she knew she was going to win.
yes. And it was good.
Mm-hmm.
But I love what when she says, when I'm telling you, but when she said it in Spanish, she's like, lo que estás haciendo.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't care. I don't care that you're not saying it right. You're doing it.
It's still coming through.
You're doing it. You coming through. They're understanding what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. I don't care. Normally I care, and I'll be
Yeah.
like, no, that's not how you say it. But
Right, you make fun
this
of
time
it.
I was like, go Chantel, you can say whatever the hell you want.
Yeah,
Get your point across, girl. You win.
she did. She won it.
Whew.
I know.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So that's it.
That's it for
That's it.
episode 7. We wrap that up with part 2.
Yeah.
We'll get this up soon so we can share it with everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we will. We'll release this tomorrow, Tuesday, June 11th.
Great.
And then we'll have a predictions episode by Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Will we predict what's going to happen at the next episode for next week?
Exciting.
Yes, very exciting. Very, very exciting. Before we go, I'm going to have to say thank you, Canada, Australia, Belgium, Portugal, Mexico, Japan, New Zealand, and Puerto Rico. So I don't think Nicole is listening in Dominican Republic.
Bummer.
But those are our international friends. There's more, but there are not as many downloads. But those are the more most of the places where most of our downloads are coming from. Double digits
so
too.
Cool.
So
That's great.
very, very exciting. Yeah, very exciting stuff. And I think that's it, right?
Feels like it.
Just follow us on Instagram at 90df underscore.
I want my podcast.
I want my podcast.
That's right.
And, write us a message. Let us know where you're from. We'll give you a shout out. Or, we love interacting with people.
We'd love that.
Um,
Instagram is our second home.
Yes. Rate and review. We love listening to, reading the reviews. They're pretty funny.
So fun.
Some people say Jenna's a gem. Some people say Jenna is funny.
Right.
Some people say follow us on Instagram. So, hey, follow us on Instagram.
It's really
Send us
a
messages.
wide berth.
90df underscore I want my podcast.
And rate and review.
Yeah. So that's it, right?
Love you guys.
Come
Thanks
to
for listening.
come to Jaques on the 21st and come hear me tell jokes.
Can't wait. I might be there too.
Yeah, why don't you come?
Okay.
It's gonna be a really good time. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for listening. And sorry we went a little longer. We're just really excited. We love this podcast so much, and we love doing it.
We do.
We're doing it for the love of the sport, not for money.
Mm-hmm.
But if people wanna, give us sponsorship or whatever,
Yeah, we could be
we'll
open
take
to
the
talking.
donations, whatever. No, we're just doing it for the love of this. So that's it.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and have a great night.
Bye.
Good night.